Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. Recently we did a video for 410 using lead BBs, 30 pellets of it. That was 185 cal BB plus to be exact. And at the range, those patterned so well, like far beyond what we expected. We were shocked by it, to be honest. That we want to try other sizes in 410 that can be used as a home defense style load or a predator load. That BB load was certainly that and more for both. It was a really solid load. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. I'm sure they're live by now, but, well, they have to be because this is the follow-up. But anyway, yeah, those did so well. We decided on we're going to try out some T-Shot. Now, T-Shot is not the biggest size you can use in 410. It is 20 caliber. Double T-Shot, which is 21 caliber. 410 is obviously 410 bore, but in most gauges, I'm not sure if it works this way for 410, but in most gauges, you can use pellets stacked by twos that ends up equaling to over bore diameter for the shotgun. Like 12 gauge, for instance. It's a 729 bore, theoretically, and we can use 375 cal quad buck. When you stack those by two, it's 750 or 3/4. Which is over bore for 12 gauge, and those work fine. They pattern great, they shoot great. It's a great size for 12 gauge and 10 gauge. Speaking of 10, we can get 395 cal or 40 cal in some cases, and that's bigger than 10 gauge bore, which is 775. I don't know how I forgot that. But yeah, the 40 cal pellets is 80 stacked side by side. So I don't have any, but I think the double T-Shot 21 cal is the biggest size you can use in 410, but that's something for future us to find out. We don't have any, but we do have some T-Shot. If that wasn't a long-winded intro, I don't know what is. But the components we're using are a once fired Remington Express Hull. I have it deprimed and resized and reprimed with a Shadot CX2000 regular Shadot primer. We're using Little Gun, one of my favorite powders, 11. The wad is the MG 410 wad. We do have to cut the shot cup off. We are only using the base of it. Then we're using a Mylar wrap. This is the My Thin Mylar wrap. We'll be using the whole thing. No need to trim anything at all. These were sent to us by Avid Waterfowler here on YouTube. If you guys aren't familiar with him, go check his channel out. He loads a lot of 10 gauge, 12, 20. Really good channel if you're into waterfowl hunting. He's been doing some turkey stuff lately. Really good content. I watch him all the time. Love his channel. So, thanks for sending these and everything else you sent. Side note here, I'll be making a video, I'm going to call it Must-Have Lee Loadall Upgrades. He also sent a few things for the Lee Loadall I think you guys would be really interested in seeing, so just stay tuned for that. Should be a really interesting video. But next we're using the T-Shot. It is, again, 20 caliber. And lastly, mix number 47 buffer. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get this started here. There's that. Now, we need to trim the shot cup off the wad. And this is, no surprise, the easiest wad in the world to trim the shot cup off of. Just like that. And we're done. When you cut the shot cup off, make sure you got it even and flush, because otherwise your pellets are going to be lopsided. We don't want that. We want a nice even stack by twos. Gary Caskey's Wad Nudger. Facebook.com/Gary.D.Caskey if you want any of Gary's tools. They are awesome. Now we need one sheet of the My Thin Mylar wrap. Roll it up as tight as you can get it. And set that down inside your hull. Once again, use a Wad Nudger or anything you have really to get that Mylar wrap all the way down. And I know you guys can't see this, or maybe you can, I don't know. But that comes up just like a millimeter away from the crimp line. So, nearly every single pellet besides maybe the top row is going to be inside that Mylar wrap, and the Mylar is there to help with flyers, help keep the group together along with the buffer. Mylar wraps are awesome. Next, we'll be needing our T-Shot or T-Buck, however you want to look at it, but we need 24 pellets of it. Really good pellet count, and these are not that small in the grand scheme of things. In terms of bird shot, they're on the big side. These are going to stack by twos in here. Once again, this is kind of like loading tiny 3.5-inch buckshot, 10 or 12 gauge. Yeah, it's kind of cool, honestly. And we have all 20 pellets in. And guys, I'm not going to use the fiber cushion wad this time as an overshot card. I'm going to try to use a little bit more buffer and see if that will function as an overshot card. I think it will, but we're about to find out. Once again, this is a 7 1-ounce load, very close to 3/4 ounces. With the buffer, it's going to be just a hair below it at 7.3, 7.4. So as you can see, I pretty much have the buffer right at the end of the shell. Let's see if that'll function as an overshot card here. I don't see why it wouldn't. Pre-crimp is formed. I'm using the OMB crimp starter, 410 crimp starter. It says 36 gauge. And the OMB Rebacitor. And that's what it does right there. It creates a crease around the center of the crimp. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. The Rebacitor is the secret to getting factory style crimps on new hulls and once fired. So here's what it looks like right now. I'll hit it with the OMB crimp finisher off camera and I'll get back with you. And here's the end result. We have a very nice deep set tight crimp. Absolutely will not come back open. No pinhole in the middle, and it is beautifully tapered on top. That shell came out absolutely perfect. This one has a Mylar wrap and buffer in it. This one here has no Mylar wrap and no buffer. This one just has the Mylar wrap. We're going to see which one of these do the absolute best, but you guys probably know my money's on this one with the Mylar wrap and the buffer. We'll shoot one without the buffer and Mylar wrap at 7 or 10 yards too to see how these will do as a defense load, and the rest will probably pattern at 25 or 30. You know something, I hear from people all the time saying 410 is really hard to load for, and yeah, it is, unless you're using OMV tools or GOP tools. They're basically the same thing. It makes it easy. You guys seen how effortless that was. This is a 410 lead load all, basically, and you just have to finish with a crimp finisher, GOP BN2 or OMV, whatever you have. And you end up with better than factory looking shells in most cases, even on new hulls. Very handy tools to have. I highly recommend them. They make loading 410 fun. But guys, this has been a really fun video. Hope you enjoyed it, but I think that's going to end it here. Please like and subscribe. We always appreciate that. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and we'll get back to you. And if you want to, go check out our Patreon. It's as low as $1 a month, and you guys get early access to content. A link to that, as well as a link to our Instagram, Rumble, and merch store will be in the description below. But, other than that, you guys take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.